Welcome back to a very special edition of the Night Report podcast. I'm your co-host, Mike Broadbent. Joining me once again is Richie Schneiderite. Richie, we have the newest commitment to Rutgers football class of 2023, high school recruit quarterback Ajani Sheppard. Ajani, thanks for joining us, man. What's going on?
No problem. It's good to be part of the family.
Absolutely. I think all Rutgers fans really want to know how you decided to join the Scarlet Knights. Tell us a little bit about how your recruitment came together and how you're going to play your ball on the Banks.
Well, I started getting recruited by Rutgers in the summer. Started with Coach Gleason. He came to see me during the live period. I threw from him, and then after that, I went to a Rutgers camp. I threw for him there too, and then on November 4th, after they released Coach Gleason, Coach Nuns and Coach Shiano texted me, and they asked if I was interested in Rutgers, and then it was history from there.
So basically, awesome. You just got that offer, and that was it? You just chose Rutgers right away? Obviously, November 4th, and I guess when did you commit? November 27th or 26th, whatever it was.
No, it was a hard decision. They offered me the day before Thanksgiving. I went down there for a visit and everything. It was a really hard decision. I really liked ODU. Coach Rain did an amazing job recruiting me, but it ultimately came down to I always wanted to play college football, and here's my chance.
That's awesome. And you had some role models to look up to. You had two brothers who played college football too. What was it like growing up with two brothers who obviously were much bigger than you? And is that kind of how you learned your love for football, through your brothers?
Of course. They told me toughness because, they used to bully me around a little bit. So
yeah, for sure.
Being with them, it helped a lot, especially with my game.
Yeah, so speaking about your game a little bit, obviously you work with Matt Sims, who's pretty well known around the state. He also played for Nuns. Just talk a little bit about how he's helped you develop as a quarterback overall.
So I started with Matt Sims my freshman year. Darius Wilson introduced me to him, and he changed my throwing form around completely. He told me to start throwing with my body a little bit more, turning before I throw. So that's really helped me a lot. It took off a lot of strain off my arm, so I don't really feel pain when I throw the football or anything like that. And he really increased my velocity and accuracy.
So who do you model your game after? Who would you say you play like quarterback-wise?
Either Lamar Jackson or Jalen Hurts. I feel like I can really relate to Jalen Hurts because when Jalen Hurts got to Alabama, he wasn't the best passer. He's an amazing runner and everything. So I feel like as he went on in his career, he became a better passer. I feel like that kind of happened with me too. I became a better passer as I went on in the years.
Yeah, I would say Jalen's more like your game too, because you guys are both like bigger bodied guys. Like it's kind of amazing how fast you are on film when you see also how much bigger you are than most kids. I don't think most DBs that you go against expect you to just toast them as soon as you decide to start running. Is that something you noticed too, that people are just like blown away by how fast you are? Because I know you ran in the 4.5s this summer, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I guess they don't want to tackle me. I
mean, I wouldn't either, so I don't blame them.
Where's that come from? I mean, it looks like you don't shy away from contact. It's almost like you're looking for it at sometimes. Just having those bigger brothers kind of mess with you a little bit, and it's just like you got to take a little anger out on these guys?
A little bit of that, but it's more of my competitiveness. I just want to win, so I'll do anything to win.
And you've been a hell of a winner at Iona. You went 11-1 last year. Your guys' sole loss was against Don Bosco, and you won the city title last year. This year, you guys played Bosco again, and you got some revenge on them. Tell us a little bit about what it's like being the leader of the team and what it's like at Iona, because you guys have had a ton of success while you've been there.
At Iona, it's really fun. Being a leader of that team is really fun. A lot of guys look up to me, but I treat them all as my brothers. It's like a family over there. We all trust each other. We all trust each other's abilities, and I feel like that really contributed to our success both this year and last year.
Did you guys have the Bosco game circled this year, knowing it was your only loss last year? And tell us a little bit about that game specifically, because I feel like that's when a lot of people really were like, "Holy crap, who's this quarterback of Iona? This kid's a baller."
Yeah, we had that game circled. We was all preparing for that game in the weight room. Going into that game, we came off a hard loss from the first week, so we was really trying to get back on our feet. And going into that game, everybody was locked in the whole week. O-line, D-line, whole defense, whole offense was just going at each other and giving 100% every single play. And then when game time came around, we got down. I think it was 3 touchdowns in the first half, and it wasn't like it was like, oh we're down 3 touchdowns, or we gotta game's over, or we're gonna give up. It was none of that. Everybody was like, we come back from this. This ain't nothing, and I feel like we just played our best game after that.
I want to talk to you a little bit about New York football in general. I know there's like a perception out there for some people that it's just not as good as other states around in the surrounding area. But seeing you guys win that game and stuff like that, what is your perception of New York? You think you guys are just as good, if not better? I mean, obviously you got the win, so.
Yeah. I think we're just as good. We can compete with anybody. I feel like people really look down on us because we're a basketball state, or they claim we're a basketball state. But there's always been bowlers here, and I feel like with us stepping like St. Anne's, we really help put New York on the map.
So I want to piggyback off that one real quick, because you mentioned St. Anne's, who has Ian Strong, who you told me you talked to, and then Dylan Braithwaite over at Holy Trinity. What have they been saying to you? Have they been trying to recruit you before you committed, or?
No. I actually started talking to them first because I was wondering a little bit more about Rutgers. So they really helped with my process. I really appreciate those guys.
So you mentioned Darius Wilson earlier, who you took over for when he graduated. Now he's at William & Mary. He's been a day one starter. You got a guy like Justin Jolly at UConn balling out. He was a freshman All-American this year. What would you say it is about Iona that really prepares you guys to play not only well in college football, but very quickly in college football?
I would say the coaching staff we got there. They're amazing people. Coach Bags, he does an amazing job with us mentally. Not just physically, mentally too. Like, he makes sure we understand the coverages, understand how a play is being run and why, and the reason for the play. Coach Vin, he's done an amazing job in the weight room. Yeah, I feel like he's the best strength coach in the Northeast. And then the whole defensive staff, Coach DeRienzo, Coach Petrillo, they're all amazing too. Coach D is like a mastermind on defense. So I feel like our players have learned a lot from him.
So you got a couple underclassmen at Iona as well who have some early offers from Division I schools. Is there anybody you're going to try and recruit to bring along with you to Rutgers?
Definitely Rowan, Jalen.
Yep.
Definitely want those guys to come around with me.
Are you friends with anybody on the Rutgers team right now? Because I know we have a lot of New York kids on the roster. Did you grow up with any of those guys?
I'm friends with Raiden Oliver. He's a quarterback there. We trained together during I actually with Matt Sims.
What has he told you about the program?
We didn't get to really talk much on the visit, but it seems like he loves it. So
fair enough.
That's great. You guys used to have one of the, I'm sure you're friends with Ellis Robinson, who transferred to IMG, used to play at Iona. How good is that kid? Because I know he's in the top 100, I believe, for next year's class. Yeah. Is he just like a total freak?
Yeah, that kid's a freak of nature. Like when you see him run, it's like a gazelle out there. Like he just glides across the field. I wish he would have stayed at Iona, but you got to do what's best for you.
Yeah, you'll have to start recruiting him right away too, because I'm sure Rutgers fans would love to see him playing at SHI Stadium. We really appreciate you coming on here. Tell us give us a little hype for Rutgers fans. What should they expect out of you? Just know I'm a hard worker. I'm gonna do whatever's best for the team. I'm a winner. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna try to win as much as I can and lead you guys to championships. That's my number one goal. Be a champion. I mean, I'm excited to have you. I was really impressed that how good of a quarterback we were able to land this late in the class, being you, obviously. So I think we're all really excited to see you play and to hear more about you. Are you enrolling early, or are you going to be enrolling in the summer?
Sadly, I can't because my school doesn't allow it, so I'm gonna be in the summer.
Gotcha.
Awesome.
All right. Well, Johnny, we really appreciate you coming on here, and I'm sure Rutgers fans are going to be really excited to see you on the banks, and go Knights.
Yes, sir. No problem.